Here's something that might surprise you. If you got a raise that pushed you into a higher tax bracket, you did not actually lose money. Sounds backwards, right? But understanding how tax brackets really work could change the way you think about your household finances. I am Ron Siegel, certified liability advisor, helping families build wealth through strategic debt management. Let me share a story about a client who recently called me pretty upset. She'd just gotten a promotion with a $10,000 raise, and somebody at work told her she'd actually take home less money because it would push her into a higher tax bracket. She was seriously considering turning down that promotion. I hear this all the time, and it's based on common misunderstanding about how tax brackets work. So let's clear this up once and for all. The federal tax system uses what's called marginal tax brackets. Think of it like climbing stairs. Each step up represents a different tax rate. But here's the key. You only pay that higher rate on the income that lands on that particular step, not on everything below it. Let me give you a real example. Say a married couple filing jointly makes $210,000 in taxable income for 2025. People see that some of their income falls into the 24% tax bracket and think they're paying 24% on everything. Not true. Here's how it actually works. Their first $23,850 is taxed at 10%. And yes, if you are watching us on RonSiegelRadio.tv or any of our socials, you are seeing a chart that shows this. So the first $23,850 is taxed at just 10%. Then the income from $23,851 up to $96,950 gets taxed at 12%, and so on up through the brackets. Only that last $3,300 over $206,700 gets hit with a 24% rate. When you add it all up, their actual total tax rate, that's 17.2%, not anywhere close to the 24%. So what does this mean for you? First, never turn down a raise because you're worried about tax brackets. You'll always take home more money, even if a portion gets taxed at a higher rate. But here's where this connects to what I do every day with strategic debt management. Understanding your real tax situation is part of the bigger picture. When you're looking at your household budget, your actual tax rate matters way more than what bracket you're in. Let me explain. When families come to me looking to reposition their debt, we're analyzing cash flow. I need to know how much money is actually coming into the household after taxes and how much is going out to service debt. That household blended interest rate we talk about, it only makes sense when we compare it against your real take-home pay, not your gross income. I had a couple recently who thought they were in great shape because they were only in the 22% bracket. When we calculated their effective tax rate, it was closer to 15%. That extra cushion in their actual take-home pay meant we could be more aggressive with repositioning some higher interest debt without stretching their monthly budget. Now, here's something most people don't think about. Your tax bracket can also affect how we evaluate different debt strategies. Remember, strategy beats rate always. Sometimes taking a slightly higher mortgage rate makes sense if it gives you the liquidity to handle other opportunities. But we can only make that call when we understand your complete financial picture, including how taxes actually impact your household. For 2025, there are 7 federal tax brackets ranging from 10% to 37%, with 4 different filing classifications. But again, remember, these are marginal rates, not your effective rate. Bottom line, the tax code is over 2,000 pages long. You don't need to understand all of it, but knowing how marginal tax brackets work, that's a foundation piece that helps you make better decisions about your money. If you want to get your complete financial house in order and see how tax planning fits into your strategic debt management strategy, rsrlinks.com/keysteps. rsrlinks.com/keysteps. We got a tool there that'll help you see the whole picture. And remember, strategy beats rate always. I am Ron Siegel, your certified liability advisor, helping families build wealth through strategic debt management. And that's the Your Credit Matters segment, brought to you by rsrlinks.com/debt-free. rsrlinks.com/debt-free.